Hello, my Pisces friends. I am Meg, your Elemental Empress, here to do your reading from June the 29th, 2018 until July the 6th, 2018. I'll be doing a general spread and then a love spread afterwards. And happy 4th of July to any of my patriotic American friends that are out there celebrating. Obviously, I'm all decked out, right? But I have here the Tarot of the Tattoo Age, and I'm going to be pulling one card to oversee your reading. Piscean friends. Okay, so you guys got the Fool. Very nice. So you got, it's the sign of Aries, but it's a new beginning, so that's really beautiful for my Piscean people. Alright, so let's check you guys out. I have here Lana Zellner's Tarot of 8 Coins. I'm going to do a 5-card spread for you. And you have the big news for like the month, right? Well, one of them. Mercury is moving into your 6th house, right? So, this could be about health regimes with friends, right? You know, friends, Mercury represents friends, right? So, but Mercury can also represent thieves. So, that's the lower octave of the planet Mercury, right? Because Hermes went to the underworld and stole something from Hades, right? And he stole something from Zeus too, I believe. Check my Greek mythology. But yeah, so it can be about thieves. So in the 6th house, you know, it's a house where there's enemies is on the list for that house. Okay, so forewarned is forearmed, my friends, but it can be about, you know, working out with friends. It can be about working with friends. So, that's cool. Alright. Let's check you guys out. Alright, so we have the King of Swords. So, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, male energy, is the central issue here, my Piscean friends. Okay, so how we got here was unhappiness with those that you love. So there could have been some unhappiness in your relationship, unhappiness in your family, right? Dysfunction in a family, but don't we all? You know? Okay. Alright, so in the recent past, you have the 9 of Wands. So, you know, you've been through the ringer. You've been marching and marching and marching, taking all those wands, but you still have to move and keep it moving, right? So you're still fighting for something, or this person is still fighting for something if it's someone outside to you. And then what's crowning you, right? So the 4 of Coins. So it's not like gripping onto the things that you have and like really like guarding yourself, you know, like you're kind of putting yourself out there. Could be to this person, right? Or this person is putting themselves out there and not, you know, being so defensive. Right, because the King of Swords, even in the upright, can be defensive, right? Okay, so we have the 10 of Swords here. Sorry, my cards are a little bit messed up. There's a salt issue. But, so, I still love them, so I use them. So you have the 10 of Swords in the reverse. The 10 of Swords is the Sun in Gemini. So you might be dealing with a Gemini Sun, right? So something is ending with a Gemini Sun. You know, it's not a bitter end because it is in the reverse, but something is ending. I just felt like doing that. And then, so you have the 9 of Swords in the reverse, right? Here it is in the upright. So 9 of Swords in the reverse, you're like coming out of a situation, and I mean, it's not the 8 of Swords, but for me, this card can represent like people who are imprisoned in the hospital, things like that. So, you know, dealing with a Gemini that, you know, this kind of hurt the family, right? And then something is coming to an end with them, but it's not a bitter end. So let's check it out, my friends, because you have a new beginning, and that's what we're talking about here. So we have the Aries, right? It could be an Aries. It could be just a new beginning, right? And this could be something that started around the time of Aries, this issue, right? So, March 21st until April 21st. Okay, so with the King of Swords, we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse again. So this is about, you know, this person coming out of anxiety, coming out of, like, even in this one, this is kind of like a prison, hospital, like someplace where he's locked away. See, in his head, in the upright, he's got this cage on his head, right? So in the hospital, in prison, something like that, you know. The sixth house is like dealing with litigation things, right? So this could be a friend that this happened with, and it's being dealt with this month, right? Okay, so with the Ten of Cups in the reverse, we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. This is kind of better because this is like you were buried under a situation, right? If you see it in the upright, you're buried under a situation where, you know, it might have been you were holding on to monetary things and things like that. But in the reverse, you're not buried by it, but you might feel a little bit broke, and it could have to do with your family, right? Okay, so with the Nine of Wands, you have the Chariot in the reverse. So you may be dealing with a Cancer as well. And if you are dealing with a Cancer, they're kind of out of whack. You could also be dealing, this could be, you know, something that you're going to have to soldier forth to until the end of the sign of Cancer, right? And you could be dealing with car problems as well. Alright, so with this not holding on, right, you have this Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is really emotional here. So this was something that was very emotional for you that at one point you were gripping to, but you're letting it go, or this person is letting it go, right? Letting go and walking away and leaving the situation in some way, right? Okay, so with the Ten of Swords, we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So this is like not being able to run in and say something about what's happening, right? I'm going to take one more on that. So then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So you guys have 3 tens here, which is a significant end, right? So, but you have a new beginning coming, right? And it looks like, you know, either you or this person has a new beginning, and it looks like a situation where they might have been in a hospital situation, a jail situation, right? But there's like a walking away happening. There's no more gripping, right? So let's check this out. So with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, you have the Hermit card. So you could be dealing with the sign of Virgo. This could really have to do like with a lot of people in your family, right? So, but you know, the Hermit card, you know, talks about somebody who's locked away type of thing, because the Hermit goes and like hides in their cave and, you know, doesn't associate until they find their wisdom, right? So this could be, you know, another form of this person not being around because of something like an illness or, you know, like I said, prison, something like that. Okay, so let's check out your love lives, my Piscean friends. Let's check it out. But you get a new beginning out of it, so that's good. Alright, so my Pisces singles. This is the only part of the reading where I really denote Venus to. I mean, you're more than welcome to use your Sun, Moon, or Rising. But if you're going to do Venus, I'd say use it on this because it's love. Right? Okay, look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. Beautiful. I love this card. So gorgeous. Alright. So these are the steampunk cards that I got from Etsy. And if anybody wants to know, you can just Google it. Just put in steampunk cards, Etsy. It'll come up if you want to see all of them. Alright. Yeah, especially with the 6th house being lit up like that, you could absolutely be dealing with somebody's, like, you know, legal troubles, you know, it's litigation, you know, known enemies, things like that, right? Open enemies. Okay, so you have the 9 of Cups in the reverse, right? It could also be dealing with friends' health, right? Or friends helping you deal with your health. 9 of Cups in the reverse, emotional drain. You know, you didn't get your wishes, right? You're stuck. You know, you may want to go somewhere with somebody else, but you're stuck, right? I look at that as like the Sag card too. All right, and then we have the 8 of Swords in the reverse, and that's the next step. So this could be, you know, if it's tied to the other reading, it could be, you know, this person coming out of the hospital, coming out of jail, coming out of where they were tucked away, right? And then you have the High Priestess. So this is the Virgo Pisces axis, right? And it could be, you know, something that you intuited would happen, right? Okay. Let's check it out, my friends. I have the Wheel of the Year Tarot for my Piscean friends. Get your clarifiers. My Piscean singles. Check y'all out. Okay, so where you didn't get your wishes, you have the 2 of Cups in the reverse. So we could be looking at old relationship, right? And we have the 2 of Wands in the reverse, like definitely like going over an old relationship, right? Where you didn't get your wishes met. So you have the Hangman in reverse. So that's very similar to the first reading. That's like somebody who was tucked away is now, you know, free to share the information that they got when they were away, right? So when they were waiting to find that light, they did, and they shared it. Okay, so with the 8 of Swords in the reverse, we have the Emperor in the reverse. So you could be dealing with an older Aries or Taurus male, and they're pretty pissed off about, you know, this 8 of Swords in the reverse, this Hanged Man in the reverse, like somebody coming from somewhere, right? So it could also be a father figure or a husband figure, possibly an ex-husband figure, that, you know, is really pissed off and could actually, you know, in some cases be abusive, guys, okay? Alright, so, but intuitively, you know that this is an ongoing cycle, so you could be also dealing with the sign of Scorpio, but, it's the Death card, right? So, in the reverse, she talks about, an ongoing cycle with this, and what, you know, the cards are saying for your advice is that you really need to look to your inner strength, right? And, you know, find that intestinal fortitude to carry on, you know? Okay, so let's check out my Piscean couples. See what y'all are doing. Actions speak loudly. Express your love through your actions. That is very beautiful. Let's check you guys out. This thing does not want to stay. Okay. Look at this card, though. Fantastic. I love it. Okay. I love all those cards, really. The detail of them are just so intricate. Right? For my Piscean couples. So what falls to the floor comes to the door, and that was the 7 of Wands. So, you know, you could be standing up for yourself inside of the relationship, right? This could be that other matter that was in the first reading as well, right? So standing up for someone else through their sickness or something like that, right? So then you have the Page of Pentacles. So younger to you, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, right? Or you could be standing up, you know, and wanting to start something new in career or wanting to start something new in education, right? Because the Page of Pentacles is about career and education. Okay, and then you have the 4 of Swords. So, you know, you might stand up for yourself and then retreat. You know, like you don't want to fight about it. You don't want to fight about, like, it feels like a change, right? So, yeah, and then you have the 10 of Pentacles, and that's how we got here. So this is like, you know, it's like a solid relationship card. The money is good. It sort of feels like somebody's like, oh, well, the money is good where we're at. You don't need to change jobs. You don't need to go back to school. So you kind of feel like you want to move forward. You want to add to your repertoire, right? And be able to move forward not just financially, but to grow as a person and change what you want for work or education, you know? Okay, so Wheel of the Year, once more, my Piscean couples. Okay, so yeah, standing up for yourself, you have the Chariot reversed, right? So you could be dealing with the sign of Cancer, and if you are, they're out of whack, right? You could be standing up for yourself at the end of the sign of Cancer, right? So around, like, you know, July 20th, 21st, right? All right, so we have the Emperor card once more. So father figure, husband figure, older to you, Aries or a Taurus male, right? Either you or them are trying to talk about, you know, moving forward in some kind of career. You might have even been talking about moving, but you can't do that just yet for some reason because the Chariot is in reverse, right? Okay, so we have that Fool again. So, not talking about it, like resting on your laurels and, you know, looking within, because it's a Swords card, and swords are about, you know, the mental stuff going on. So this mental, like, clearing out of what you have in your mind, right? Brings forth a new beginning, and you could be dealing with an Aries for sure. All right. And how did we get here? Okay, so you might have been fighting about money, right? Because you have the Ten of Pentacles. It looks great, you know, like it looks like you have a good money situation, a good family situation, a stable relationship, right? But there is fighting about how to deal with this, right? It could be how to deal with trying to get a new beginning, trying to move even, right? But it feels like with the Page of Pentacles here, yes, it can be a younger to you, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but with the Page of Pentacles here, it looks like you want a new start in business, in education, and you're not getting it, either you or your other. But it looks like once you take the time to rest on it, then that's what's going to bring you the new beginning with the Fool. All right, my Piscean friends, if you like that, then please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to get a reading with me, then just check in the about below. All right, take care, guys. Bye.